down, which means we're getting Joe versus Chris T.
We'll see who gets to have a stake in this match.
Akuma versus Ken.
Who's the better Shoto?
I mean,
a lot of people argue this. Who do you think is a better Shoto? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who do you think is a better Shoto?
Akuma. I mean, in 5?
Yeah, in 5.
Akuma.
Like even right now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. A lot of people were saying, because they see Ken players work, and they see a lot of people leaving Akuma. They're like, oh, give me the character. And no. Akuma, all the tools to work with him more. He is the Home Depot of Street Fighter 5. Fireballs on aisle 6.
Right.
Tosses on aisle 12. Oh, they're getting into it.
Oh,
I
getting
love
straight
that.
into it.
Man, these button checks are getting me mixed. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's top 8.
We have the good
okay.
button check for a reason. You can open the menu and hit the buttons yourself. You can check it while you set it.
That's why they made that. Yo, use the feature of the game, but people, tell me who you like. Akuma versus Ken, Chris T versus Joe UMEROGAN. It's going to be a fantastic match.
How does V-Trigger 2 interact with something like an air fireball from Akuma? Is that something that Chris is going to be able to bring out? If Joe tries to do some cheeky like TK fireball stuff, can you just slam on that V-Trigger 2 and be like, nope, this is not allowed anymore. I have this resource, ergo you are not allowed to do this thing.
I bet
is that
also,
how it works?
I mean, not even with the air fireballs, but even grounded fireballs too as well. Once that V-Trigger is on the table, that dilutes a lot of the zoning that we've seen from Joe UMEROGAN, who relies upon that to set the pace of the match. Let's see what it does here. Chris T has had a lot of practice with Akumas, obviously, Samurai and stuff like that, but Joe UMEROGAN has fought a lot of Ken players too. You know, I saw a lot in the East Coast that y'all don't know about. Rocky, for example, we saw that do come through in NLBC.
Right, the jab check. Joe UMEROGAN slowly pushing us into the corner, but no, a nice crush counter from Chris. We're back to mid-screen. Immediately bust out from Joe. Wants to put that data point in there already. I see your mental stack. Here you are, sir. Forward Fierce.
Standing medium kick, unfortunately on the shimmy. Heavy kick coming through. Chris does have these triggers. Careful with any minor situation that might allow the activation to come through from Chris.
Oh, maybe wanted to try to hit a button and expecting the standing roundhouse to be used as a stagger here.
Also, activation sweep, of course. That walk-up throw. Going down with the fireball. Chrissy in the cranium and taking the first win. Joe. You know you have this tool that maybe might be able to do air fireballs. If you're not ready, it's not going to be used.
Well, Chris hit a different anti-air button, I think perhaps expecting Demon Flip Palm or something. Okay, Chris having a nice defensive sequence here. We've got full resources loaded on deck for both players. Finding the low forward is Joe as Chris tries to go back in the shimmy. But Chris's low forward placement is immaculate. The wake-up jab from Joe UMEROGAN. The stun going down critically. Now has the dominant position here in the corner. And what is the mix-up going to be? Another throw. Are you going to hit him with the 5 throws that you just watched Chris do to another man?
I don't know about that one. Back ring coming through the back. Heavy punch. Reversal. Joe getting got with a crouching punch in the fireball situation. Chris has been so good about checking walk back and over. And Joe was on the verge of walking it back. But not this case. I wonder if a bar usage a lot more in that round would have been better for Joe, but let's see what it do. Both fully stopped. This is where Akuma becomes really strong. Even round start with all his bars. Side switch is what I'm talking about. To do that this season, you have to spin bars.
Joe is now, look at the length of time between the crouch strong and the subsequent throw, is already leaving these gaps for long enough to try to not get smoked by the way that Chris is counter-poking.
Into the fireball that confirms. Won't kill, but it will put Risky in a prime position to take this big lead. Meaty fireball, checks the approach.
Oh, that's way too close for a fireball.
Can't do that. Side switch, of course. That trigger used for the side switch.
Right, the chase down, the low forward, counter hit. Oh,
he baits it out.
So
he saw
good.
what happened to other people. He said, no, sir, not me. Into the Super CA. I'll see you in the next round.
A good adjustment already showing, like you just said, we've seen that represented from Chris T already. And it was the thing I was immediately wondering, how is that resource going to come into play in this matchup? Joe UMEROGAN obviously also wondering. Spent a little bit of time to think about it, had the option on deck, ready for it when it mattered for that first game.
It's a beautiful thing I love seeing this game. How people interact and deal with V-trigger activations or V-triggers when they're popped. Joe at the ready, staying steady. You have to deal with this character. That
forward Fierce had nothing to do with the throw. Joe UMEROGAN waited long enough for a spot where Chris has been hitting low forward to check the shimmy or the tick throw. Joe UMEROGAN wanted to high crush the low forward from Chris T.
Looking so Chris is with it. Off the feet, can't do that. The crushing kick EX connects this time. Toss it for the corner carry.
bravery of that low forward in that spot. Okay, fishing with the crouch fierce.
I like Chris T doing light kick and a heavy kick trying to find the front. I also like it with the trigger activation to the sky, the DP too.
The bust out again! Gets the side switch. What's the Oki situation gonna be? Just goes for the throw. What are we doing after? Oh, you don't get to go out. We don't get the follow-up after the V-trigger DP though, and Chris is backing way off. A very slight life lead. We still have a little bit of V-trigger on deck. Wants to cash it out with the fireball. Chris gets smoked all the way back to the corner. That standing medium kick that I talked about earlier. Joe's placement of that standing medium kick, the fearlessness of just walking forward.
What is so fantastic is his bravery, but also the ability to not overextend, to not put himself in a situation where you get shot. That's what's landed Joe all these victories throughout these brackets, things like that. But Chris is taking another corner, like counter situation 5, DP ender, no pride. EX fireball to catch. What could have been an anti right there. The smart stuff from Joe with the read. Studying studious.
Oh, tried to reach, but Christie using that fireball like a footsie tool like we talked about in Christie's last match. The stand jab check on the dash. Oh, I think that was a whiff TK fireball, and that's unfortunate. It fundamentally costs Joe the round there.
Christie, now I feel like if he gets that lead, he feels a lot more comfortable in Joe's positions, whether they be wake up, whatever they may be, or side stuff like that. I feel like you don't want to take the lead. You want to take the lead away from him. You don't want to have to take it away from you. The crouching kick whip punch on the Fierce right there from Chris. Cross the pinch to the face. Oh man, the Tatsu put him in his place. And the back up for the sun. This actually might be done.
Right.
The super
no,
is
it is.
Dead. You're dead. You're dead.
You're actually dead.
The time of death is now. Chris T sealing it game to game. I can't believe this match is ridiculous.
Joe UMEROGAN made an adjustment in the ground game a little bit there. We saw a lot more utilization of the crouching Fierce. I wonder how why fish for that choice? Is it to play around the priority system because of the fact that Chris is counterpoking with medium strength buttons in a lot of these spots?
Possibly looking for a fireball, you know, Granblue crush also from Chris. Goes on fireball. We have seen that rhythm come out from Chris from other matches that he's played. He's looking for that. The check on the jab. Medium kick coming through. This time he believes. Heavy kick Tatsu puts him in the corner. Look at that. Little weight.
There was no frame kill there.
Yeah.
Counted him with his eyes.
I believe. I can see the frame. The dash up again. Chris feeling real confident, but caught up in the corner.
Oh, you don't get to walk forward, find his counter hit, and that Fearless standing forward once again. This is a one-touch situation on the side of Joe UMEROGAN. The tech from Chris T having to walk out now. A lot of resources on deck here. This could. Oh no, it's too far away.
Inconsistency. Inconsistency, unfortunately, for Chris T, too far out to get the reach. And Joe sealing it. Oh my God. You know he's gonna write something about
this
that
back and forth is so tight. Oh, the check
through.
even there.
He sees the run. Sure doesn't come through. Challenge. EX Tatsu again in the corner carry position. This time the weight don't even weight actually. He's a big oven, and that's almost done.
Oh my God, ready again.
The read on Chris, he does not let that happen. One touch in the jab, the meaty no vegan, baby. We ain't got no.
We saw a reversal flash on the screen. Joe woke up and did something again.
Yep. Chris T was ready. Either side, it doesn't matter if it's EXDP, normal DP, he's at the ready. Chris T with the crouch kick EX again for that corner position. He wants to put Joe in the corner and make him bleed, make him panic, make him sweat. That's what I'm talking about. The fadeaway crouch kick in play. DT again to start. Chris T is in Joe's head. He's got to find a way to change up the rhythm.
This is a tough hill to climb. We did get a great activation point here on the side of Joe UMEROGAN, and we have the V-trigger on deck, but this is so much life, and Joe doesn't have enough EX bar to really get a big cash out, but that commitment to the EX fireball, Joe had the read on that. A little bit of V-trigger left. Are we gonna go for, no, does not wanna go for air fireball. We don't wanna go to the air at all because we're worried about the trigger. Trigger now off the table because of V-reversal, so we see the air fireball approach already.
The reversal immediately, trying to get some space.
Oh,
he's out of there, one escape option. And you see him with that slight pop-up understanding, like, I knew what you were gonna do, I'm out of there. And you see a lot of Kim players say, what do I use EX Tatsu for? It's a useless move. Right there for the escape when they're not watching. He switches the side, hits it with a Nani. Nothing personal, kid. And now, Chris is on game point. Joe leaning back a little bit. This is the great thing about being offline. You get to see those emotions, those reactions. Joe has come back from the break before. This is what we've seen, the story from him, right? Throughout the brackets, in rounds, matches, things like that, even before CEO. This, to him, again, is nothing. He's still in. In his mind, even though we see Christie opening him up, this is nothing.
Yeah, just taking that second, getting the breather, drinking some water.
Always drinking water, always hydrate.
Oh yeah.
We do that here. You will feel my wrath. But it is good to take a break to kind of level yourself. You've been getting red over and over again.
Yeah.
Especially in tight situations where you're put in the corner, it is good to just give yourself a second and say, what can you do to take this? And we're going back into it. Chris in the lead, but again, it's not over yet. Joe has made some fantastic comebacks throughout CEO. Will we see it here? Let's hope so. I want to see one more game. I'm trying to see one more game. Come on,
yeah, yeah.
Give me more. Give me more.
Immediately throwing a little bit more fireballs than we had been seeing from Chris. Chris actually taking the opportunity to make an adjustment of his own.
That's true. No options coming through from Joe. At least simplifying what to do against those fireballs. And the Lion Breaker cut through the defense. Chris.
Are we going to see? No. Wow. Chris, fearless, confident that the DP has been dissuaded, still goes for that meaty. Even I was holding down back, delay teching there like, you're going to DP. I know you're going to do it. Joe has not been dissuaded from anything, but finally meeting the force that is Chris T.
From the contribution, unfortunate. Even with Chris, even though that DP would have hit, to be honest, I don't think Chris would have been phased. He feels like it's all in his hands.
All right, I see one.
This time goes for the Fierce, switching things up. Anti-air right there with the crouch spear.
Did you see that left, right?
Oh, that's super into the DP. That is a ton of damage. Oh my God, Chris T taking it over Joe.
And you can see the pop off again. You can tell he's so happy to be performing the way that he is so far today.
You definitely can feel that energy that he has.
You feel the heat.
The competitive